If you love the fresh, citrusy flavor of orange, you are going to absolutely love today's recipe. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy you stopped by. Well, I told you guys last month, or maybe it was 2 months ago, that I catered an Italian dinner party for an auction as a fundraiser, and I made tiramisu, and although it was tasty, it was impossible to find the lady fingers and it was just too much work. So today I'm planning on making a different dessert for another Italian dinner fundraiser on Sunday that I'm doing, and it is so delicious. It's called Sicilian orange cake. And the most unique thing about this cake is that you're going to be using a whole orange in the cake, rind and everything. You're going to put it in a blender and mix it up until it's all pulverized, and that is going to give the cake the most intense orange flavor. And it's also made with almond flour, so it has a really nice texture. It doesn't even need any frosting. We're going to put a simple glaze on the top, and you're going to love it if you are an orange fan. So let's get baking. For our dry ingredients, you're going to need some almond flour. Now this is blanched, some regular all-purpose flour, and some baking powder. Now I will have exact amounts in the description box. Now just give that a nice stir with the whisk and set it aside. Now take a large orange, and you're going to take off that little green top like this. And then we are going to chop that up in small pieces and take out any seeds. Now put that in a blender, and we're going to pulverize that until it's completely ground to a fine pulp. And it's going to look like this. It should be very smooth with no pieces. Okay, so I wanted to further explain this part about pulverizing the orange. You are going to need a high-speed blender like a Blendtec or a Vitamix or a Ninja, one of their really good ones, because you have to be able to pulverize the rind enough to where it's not big pieces, because you don't want to bite into a big piece of orange rind because it's not good. So if you do not have one of those blenders, I'm going to tell you an alternate way that you can do it. You are just going to zest the oranges as best as the large orange as best as you can, and then you are going to remove the rest of the rind, what is left, and then chop it up and take off the seeds, and then you can put it in your regular blender, or even a food processor should work. But in order to do the whole rind and everything, you need a high-powered blender. Okay, just wanted to make sure you guys knew that before attempting the recipe. Okay. Now in a large mixing bowl, we're going to add some granulated sugar and 3 large eggs. And we are going to mix that for about 5 to 6 minutes, which I know sounds like a lot, but we want to get it to where it's super thick and very pale and smooth in color. And it will look like this when it's done, almost like thick melted ice cream. Now after that, you're going to go ahead and put your orange pulp in with that mix, and just also add your dry ingredients and just give that a mix until everything's all blended. And now we're going to add some melted cooled butter and also mix that in until everything is just blended. We don't want to over mix it, but once it's done, it's going to be a nice thick batter. Now I have a 9-inch springform pan that I have buttered and lightly floured, and I have my oven preheated to 345 degrees. And just place your batter inside the pan, and it's going to take 35 to 40 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. Now I'm going to make a simple orange glaze by using some fresh orange juice, about 1/3 cup, and about 1 1/4 cups of powdered sugar. Just keep adding the powdered sugar until it forms a thick, smooth glaze. Now I just love these springform pans because they don't stick. So it came out pretty well. And once it's cooled, I just topped it with this delicious tangy orange glaze. And it will dry to a nice hard finish once it's cooled off. And this is what it looks like, and you can add some extra zest to the top, which I like to do because I think it makes it look pretty. Now just look at this. Is that not beautiful? And it tastes even better. It's so moist, so full of orange flavor. The texture from the almond flour is amazing. This is perfect to serve. I hope you guys are going to try it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.